The 2013-14 UCI Truck Cycling World Cup would like to thank its official sponsors. TISO, official timekeeper of the Truck Cycling World Cup and proud sponsor of the UCI events. British Cycling. Manchester City Council. UK Sport. Fiat. And Brother.
Welcome to the National Cycling Centre here in Manchester. It is the evening session of day one of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup. 5 gold medals will be won in front of your very eyes this evening. So settle down, relax, kick back and enjoy elite level track racing. Not only important for this weekend's Track World Cup, but also vital as they begin to pick up points and qualification points for the World Championships. The Track Cycling World Championships are at the end of this current season, which is beginning now in April time next year. So much to be won tonight, so much to play for in the future as well. Those 5 gold medals will be the men's and women's team pursuit, the men's and women's team sprint, and also the women's scratch final, all tonight as we start at 7 o'clock. I need to tell you very importantly that you can get involved as well. You can't cycle around this wonderful velodrome track, no, but you can tweet us to the hashtag TWC. If you want to get involved, hashtag TWC is what you need to add to your tweets, and we will see some of those up on the big screen. We have an expert commentary team tonight as well, so if you have any questions for them, hashtag TWC. No doubt if you haven't been to a velodrome before, some of what you see down here in Track Centre will be very new to you. We'll try and introduce you to the events, some of the surroundings, and just what you're going to be watching over the next few hours or so. So we hope you have a wonderful time. That is all to come from 7 o'clock, and I know you'll play your part as well by making a famous velodrome wall of sound as we spin you all the way around the track a little bit later on as well. So that's to come, but this isn't the only high-level, high-profile sporting event going on in Manchester this weekend. Take a look at what else you could be catching your eye on this weekend. So if you haven't yet been here before, this is the home of British cycling, the Manchester Velodrome. It's from 1994, built originally for the Manchester Commonwealth Games, and it's known for being a fine track, yes, but also a fast track. Earlier on today, if you were lucky enough to be here, we had a world record in the team pursuit qualifying for women. This is also the home of British cycling, so there are so many of the gold medalists who have won at the Olympics for Britain. They have trained here. They have spent every day almost of their working lives here. And one very famous name who has crossed that line as a winner over the years is, of course, six-time Olympic champion Sir Chris Hoy. So maybe you will go away from tonight's racing being inspired to be the next Sir Chris Hoy. Now, many will know that Sir Chris Hoy, of course, is the current Olympic team sprint champion with his Great Britain team. Now retired, it'll be up to those who follow in his footsteps to try and win a gold medal later. You will also know, and particularly if you were here earlier, that this plays a very crucial part in the team sprint and also the team pursuit, both men and women's finals later in the team pursuit. This is the countdown clock. Getting a good start is absolutely vital, and we need your help to make sure that the athletes can hear, not only see, the countdown clock, because it makes this sound. Let's watch it down from 12. It beeps at 10, and then 5 more beeps, 5 down to 0. You need to be very quiet so they can hear it. At that point, off they go, and you make as much noise as you possibly can. We are filling up rapidly. I'm going to ask everybody who is here already to have a little practice with me. I want you to stay very quiet from 10 down to 0, and then when it comes to 0 and the light goes green, I want you to make as much noise as you possibly can. We need you to be guttural. We want to roar. We want you to lift the roof. It's cold outside, maybe not that so much. So here we go then. We want to hear you at 0. From 12 down to 0. That's the first warning beep, and then 5 more. Let's hear you at 0 now. Let's have you, come on, let's make some noise! Well, that was kind of okay. I get the impression that you made some noise for about 2 seconds. These guys have been going around for about 4 minutes. We need a little bit more than that. Tell you what, we'll do it one more time. And this is exactly what we will do to remind you that you need to make a lot of hush at the last 10 seconds. Have a look at this. This is what you'll see on the big screen. So that will remind you to be quiet, and then the countdown will happen. Promise me you'll make noise. At 0, let's hear you. Make some noise!
So, the resumption of competition for our second session of the UCI World Track Cycling Cup here. We bring you the men's team pursuit finals. And the first final will be the ride for the bronze medal. Taking the start in the home straight are the team of Denmark. Lasse Norman Hansen, Matthias Moller, Rasmus Quaid, Alex Rasmussen. And their opponents in the back straight representing the Netherlands. Wim Stroetinger, Deon Bukeboom, Roy Ifting and Jenning Huizenga. So the countdown clock running. This is the ride for the bronze medal. Denmark in the home straight, Netherlands in the back straight. So the clock has been restarted, that 50-second countdown running again. This really is the countdown to the start of the bronze medal ride between Denmark and the Netherlands.
So the final here for the bronze medal gets underway between the Netherlands starting in the back straight and Denmark in the home straight. Denmark putting out exactly the same side as the qualification. Hansen, Moller, Quade and Rasmussen. And for the Netherlands they make one change. Wim Stroetinger comes in for Tim Veld. And the rest of their lineup is Dean Bukeboom, Roy Efting and Jenning Gausinger. Now then, between them, on paper, just 0.620 of a second, the Netherlands were slower than Denmark. But at the moment, it's the men in orange that have gone off the mark quicker. In fact, it's Denmark now that turn the tables in the back straight. They are currently leading. Remember, this is the scrap for the bronze medal. Both riders, both teams went 4:02 Denmark and 4:03 the Netherlands. So it should be a pretty tight fought contest, this. But the better riding being done here by Denmark. They've recovered well. It's all about backing up your ride. This is the first kilometre, and the split for Denmark is 1:04.288. Now, that's fractionally quicker than their ride this morning. Really, it doesn't matter about the time now. It's all about beating your opponents to secure the bronze medal. Over the years then, Denmark have won a couple of medals in the history of the Olympics. They had a silver in 1928 and a bronze in '64 in Tokyo. And they got a silver in the World Championships in 2005, the Netherlands, when Great Britain won their first gold for this single discipline. And Denmark, well, they were the gold medal winners in 1968, and they've been silver medal winners to Great Britain in the Olympics in Beijing in 2008. But it's just Denmark at the moment that have got the advantage here over the Netherlands. They've gone off the mark much quicker. Hansen is the big strong man in their team. He is the Olympic Omnium champion. That's Lasse Hansen, number 49 on the Danish squad. Coming up to the midway point, let's take a look at the split time. 2:02.639. So they're 3/4 of a second faster than this morning, so they could be looking at a 4:1 here. Conditions are nice now in the arena. It's warm and it's ideal for good team pursuiting. Work to do for the Netherlands now then. They're about 50 metres behind, and it is the squad in the red and white that's going the strongest. And if they keep this tempo up, they will sight the team from the Netherlands shortly. They're down now to 3, the team from Denmark. They've lost a rider already. Is that going to count? One rider already has been lost. That is Rasmussen, I think number 157, that's gone off, the former former world scratch champion. Netherlands still totally complete here as they once again come down their straights, and Denmark returning to their original starting station. Here they come. This is the 3/4 mark for Denmark, leaving them 1 kilometre to go. 3:01.815 then for Denmark. They're 0.5 of a second quicker than this morning, which means they would go a 4:1, a long 4:1, if they can keep this up. The Netherlands are also down to 3 now, and there are 3 laps remaining in this contest for the bronze medal. The rider that's lost contact for the Netherlands is Roy Efting. Efting has lost contact for the Netherlands. 2 laps to go. Here come Denmark. 500 metres remaining, and it's looking like Denmark are going to nail the bronze medal here. 1.5 to go. They've almost got the Netherlands in the straight. 1.5 laps to go then for Denmark as they come off the banking and look for the line. This will be the bell this time for the trio of survivors from Denmark. Bronze medal waiting for them. This is their final lap. Watch the time. 4:02.413 this morning. Are they going to go quicker now? On the banking again and coming up to the line. The blanket finish for Denmark. Here they come. Have a look at the clock. Good ride by Denmark. 4:01.893. Quicker than this morning. They win the bronze medal, and the Netherlands close out 4th place in the competition. 4:03.96. Just slightly slower than this morning's time.
So confirmation of that bronze medal going the way of Denmark, time 4:01.893, and finishing 4th spot, the Netherlands, 4:03.916.
So congratulations to Denmark, who pick up the first medal of this evening. Now, you will have noticed, if you're an aficionado, you would have known, but if you're new, you would have noticed that there weren't just one team on the track, there were 2 teams, and they started, one in the home straight, one in the back straight. So normally I'd ask you to do a Mexican wave where you would follow the team round, but because there are 2 teams, I need 2 Mexican waves. So I'm going to get the diametrically opposed corners to go. So hello there, people at the back. If you can see me here, there's a girl with a well-in cycling top there and a couple of people in front of you. This is one corner, and then the opposite corner is over there by the British Cycling Shop. Yes, that's you over there waving. Let's go. 2 waves going at the same time. Are you ready? Follow your team in 3, 2, 1. Up you go. And at the other side as well. Brilliant. All the way down the home straight, all the way down the back straight. You've got to follow your riders as you go through the race. Every time there's a rider in front of you or a team, you follow them round.
And so to the final for the gold and silver medal. Starting in the home straight, the team of Great Britain. Owain Doull, Stephen Burke, Ed Clancy and Andrew Tennant. Their opponents in the back straight, representing Australia. Luke Davison, Alexander Edmondson, Mitchell Mulhern and Miles Scottson.
So the final gets underway. This is the contest for the gold medal. Ed Clancy leading the Great Britain quartet away here. In case you weren't here for the heats this afternoon, 3:59.6 Great Britain and Australia 4:01.491. The British quartet, a brand new team. They are not the squad that won the World Championship in Minsk earlier this year. This is a new young team, and their team is Davison, Edmondson, Mulhern and Scottson. But Great Britain with a bit between their teeth here then. They are 4 times the world champions at Great Britain, and I must admit this morning it was an exceptionally polished performance which gave them a stellar time of 3:59. So we're waiting for that first kilometre split. Just to repeat my comment, it doesn't matter about time now, it's all about winning. But of course a good time is also good for the morale and for the coaches who are monitoring this closely. Paul Manning is the coach on the track side for the British 4, the gold medal winner then from 2008 in Beijing. This is the first kilometre. It's a 1:03.946 for Great Britain, 1:03.667 for Australia, who went away quicker than the opening 4 laps. So Great Britain will be riding to a measured tempo here, and it'll be interesting to see where they do start the acceleration. Almost 2 seconds slower in the qualification this morning. In fact, 1 second, my apologies, this morning. And now what can they do here? Australia still leading, only fractionally, but Great Britain are keeping them pegged into the back straight. Australia still fractionally ahead. We're going to be coming up to the midway point in another lap's time at 2,000 metres completed. A real ding-dong contest between these two. The old enemies really are having a crack at each other, and Great Britain have gone ahead. Great Britain have wiped away the deficit. They're now leading as they come up to the midway point. Great Britain lead through at 2,000 metres on 2:01.389, and that is quicker than this morning, much quicker. They are on a schedule here of round about 3:58, maybe even quicker than that. So the quartet of Doull, Burke, Clancy and Tennant are really flying. I can tell you the second kilometre for Great Britain was 57.4 seconds. That is flying, really flying. Australia still going well, this young team, still riding strongly, Australia, but Great Britain now really beginning to turn the screw in front of their home crowd. So still going well and strongly here are Great Britain, but Australia are down to 1 rider. Come on, all you people in the crowd, give me a wave to support the Great Britain team. This is some ride here. Let me see you waving to the team pursuiters. 2:59.281 the split time now on 3 kilometres. This is fast. This is going to be a good ride by Great Britain. They're going to do something round about a 3:57 for this. They've certainly got the bit between their teeth now, and the Australian trio have got nothing to offer here. Great Britain are going to score their first gold medal of the evening here in this World Cup competition. Up to the line again, 500 metres remaining. still intact. The team of Dool, Burke, Clancy and Tennant, 1.5 laps to go. It's a terrific challenge here, and the riders struggling to stay on the back of the Australian team as they get the bell. 1 lap to go. They're 0.7 faster than on 3:43. It's going to be round about a 3:58 here for Great Britain to take the gold medal. Very impressive performance on day one of the World Cup. Here they come. They stop the clock on 3:58.552. Great Britain win the gold medal, and Australia closing out on 3:59.064. Another good ride by Australia, but Great Britain are the gold medal winners.
So confirmation of the medal winners. The first medals awarded at this UCI Track Cycling World Cup here in Manchester for 2013. The bronze medal in the men's team pursuit being taken by Denmark. The silver medal going to Australia. But the gold medalists are the team of Great Britain.
Ali, team pursuit. It's not on the computer.
So that's our first gold medal of the evening, and it goes to the men from Great Britain and their team pursuiters. Keep your tweets coming in to hashtag TWC. That's hashtag TWC. Send them in on Twitter. Support your team, whoever they may be this evening, and we'll be looking at some of those as the evening progresses. We have one gold medal won, and the next one is coming up very shortly.
So we come to our second medal finals of the evening. This time it's for the women's team sprint competition. And this final will be to contest the bronze medal. Taking the start in the home straight, representing Russia, Olga Streltsova and Anastasia Voinova. And the opponents in the back straight, from Max Success Pro Cycling, Lin Junhong, Tianxi Zhong.
Away we go for the contest for the bronze medal. Russia starting in the home straight, and MSP, Max Success Pro Cycling, the Chinese team, in the back straight. And I can tell you there's only 2/100ths of a second between these two after qualification this morning, with Russia the quicker. Coming up to the first lap completion, Russia are ahead at this stage. So can they hang on to the lead now? 0.7 of a second. A very quick start then by the brace of riders from Russia that's established them into a very good lead here. Russia coming back to the original starting station. Russia, just beaten over there. And the bronze medal then going to the side of 33.533, and that is second place for them, beaten by Max Success Pro Cycling with a time of 33.372. So the Chinese pair over that second lap really did ignite the burners and wiped away the deficit they trailed by Russia. So the bronze medal goes to the Chinese team of MSP, Max Success Pro Cycling.
The gold medal final for the women's team sprint, starting in the home straight. The team of Germany, Christina Vogel and Miriam Welt. And in the back straight, representing Great Britain, Becky James and Victoria Williamson.
So away we go then for the contest for the gold medal, and starting in the home straight are the world and Olympic champions, Welter and Vogel of Germany. Now then, what can Williamson and James of Great Britain offer? Quicker start then by the Germans in the back straight as they're going to come up now to complete their first lap. And it's Williamson leading off for Great Britain, but the opening lap, Germany, 18.936, are well ahead at this stage. Now, what can the world sprint champion do, James? Can she bring Great Britain back? But at the moment, it's the Olympic and world champions from Germany in charge of this tussle here, up to the line. Germany take the gold medal on 32.788. A storming ride there by Germany, and Great Britain collect the silver on 33.635.
So confirmation of the medal positions in the women's team sprint. The bronze medal taken by the Chinese team of Max Success Pro Cycling. Silver to Great Britain, but the gold medalists are the team of Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup, Men's Team Pursuit. The medals and the UCI leaders' jerseys will be presented by the Chief Executive Officer of British Cycling, Ian Drake. Winners of the bronze medal, representing Denmark, Lasse Norman Hansen, Matthias Moller, Rasmus Quad and Alex Rasmussen. Winners of the silver medal, representing Australia, Luke Davison, Alexander Edmondson, Mitchell Mulhern and Miles Scottson. Men's Team Pursuit gold medalist and overall leaders of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup, representing Great Britain, Owain Doull, Stephen Burke, Edward Clancy, Andrew Tennant. The flowers will be presented by Fiat Corporate Marketing Manager Bran Bazanchik. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Great Britain. Please acknowledge all our medalists.
It's a great pleasure to be welcomed by Ed Clancy. Ed, congratulations, these gold medals. Have you got any more room for them where you live?
I've got a few. I've just moved house and I've got a big bag full of them now.
Have you got a room for them?
Yeah. We're working on it.
Clearly this is an important part. This is at the beginning of a very important sequence for you and the guys. The team will change. How did you feel about that ride?
It was good. It's an Olympic team. It's an Olympic program. I guess, if you like, this winter's the real start of Rio now. And yeah, if we look back to 2008, we rode here in the final at the World Championships. It was myself, Geraint Thomas, Bradley Wiggins, Paul Manning. We did a 56.3, and we were all jumping up and down saying, you know, what a great ride it was when we did the world record. And, you know, we didn't quite do that today, but we're not so far from it. And, you know, given we're a development team, I think we're in a pretty good place. It's really exciting for me and Stephen to see, you know, the younger guys coming through. And I think we did a pretty good performance tonight.
And the final point I'll make to you is clearly that this is a battle royale between you and Australia, has been already, probably will in the future. How important is this slot to keep you going?
Yes, the crowd are always unbelievable here. It doesn't matter how many times I've raced here, the crowd's always great, and I never get tired of racing this place. This place really does feel like home. Obviously London was a special place last year, but home crowd is brilliant here. I can't get enough of it. Thanks.
Well done to you, to the boys as well. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed Clancy and the GB Men Pursuit Team.
Fiat, official sponsor to the British cycling and also to the UCI Track Cycling World Cup in Manchester, would like to welcome all spectators and athletes here to the National Cycling Centre. We sincerely hope you enjoy what promises to be an action-packed event, and I'll welcome you all to visit our local dealer to find out more about the brand new Fiat 500L Trekking, which you'll find on display in the Track Centre. So the riders lining up now for the second element of the men's Omnium competition. This is the points race. 20 riders taking the start, covering 120 laps of the track. That's 30 kilometers of racing with 12 sprints.
So riders just rolling round here on the neutralised lap, ready for the start of discipline number 2 in the men's Omnium, the points race. One of the most demanding of all the disciplines. Luke Davison of Australia just leading the field round. Current leader of the Omnium after the flying lap time trial. He was the fastest this morning with 13.105. Now then, the rules are quite simple here in the points race. There's a sprint every 10 laps, 12 sprints, and the points gained are 5, 3, 2 and 1 on the line. If you gain a lap, you get a bonus of 20 points, and already we have a brace of riders that have decided they want to try and gain a lap here, and it's a good start by these two. Quite often this happens in the early stages of a points race. The peloton are a little bit sleepy and 2 riders go clear, and we've got on the attack here, looking pretty sharp, I must admit, rider from Belarus and the rider from Kazakhstan. Let me just put some names and numbers to these. Looking pretty good there is Chishishku of Belarus, and it's Kremiski of Ukraine. These are the two who are currently clear at the moment. And remember, if they can gain that all-important lap, they will get the 20-point bonus. And at the early start here in this points race, they are really going well, these two. It's an ideal situation, just 2 riders, because they can share the workload easy. Bit and bit, it's called in cycling parlance. One rider does a bit on the front, swings up, and then he releases the man he's away with to take on the pace setting. Now the field are beginning to wake up a little bit here. It's the Australian right on the head of the contest, Luke Davison, and Davison now trying to whip the tempo up, but they've got the length of the straight an advantage. Now if they keep this up, they're going to be in a good position to pick up the points at the end of sprint number 1. 4 more laps to go then to the first sprint, and these two are still persisting out in front. It's the way to be in the time trial this morning. They can add the points to what they've gained so far, and Chishishku was 10th in the time trial this morning, so he at the moment has got 10 points, and his breakaway companion, and that is number 33, as you can see, is Kremiski. He was 14th actually, so the man that stands the most to gain here is the rider number 6, and that is Chishku of Belarus. So 2 more laps to go, and nobody's too keen to take it on at the front of the main field here, and he's playing very nicely into the hands of the 2 that are clear. They're going to get the signal this time to tell them that it's 1 to go for the sprint. Didn't hear any bell there. So they're on the way round here then to the first points, and there was no bell rung there, but here they come up to the line. It's 5 on the line for first and 3 for second. So the 5 goes to number 6, and the 3 goes to number 33. Oh, it was tight on the line there, wasn't it? It looked like 27 might have just gained the 3rd position. Aaron Gate, the world champion from New Zealand. So the first points then have been scored here in the opening sprint, and the man that got the 5 was Chishishku of Belarus, and in second spot number 33, that's Kremiski of Ukraine, and the 2 points will wait for the photograph to confirm that, but the world champion with a late rush, Aaron Gate, was trying to set himself up for the 2. The scoreboard will confirm the position as they study the computer, but still they're out in front. Riders all the time trying to go away here. That's the opportune moment after a sprint. When they get their second win, that's the time to try and jump clear, but still persisting. It's the lone rider here, Chishku of Belarus. He was away, remember, with number 33, and that's Kreminski, but Kreminski has decided not to continue, so it's all down to this one man now, Chishku, who's going to try and rack up a few more points to his advantage. Just under half a lap the lead for him now, but it's a big ask to try and stay clear. Still waiting for confirmation then of that first sprint. It was pretty tight on the line, particularly for 3rd and 4th.
funny, you got race with 12 sprints every 10 laps.
It is, that's fine. No, just waiting for so long.
You're thinking of Madison.
No, I was, because it was taking so long, I thought.
Well, he's still having a go, isn't he? Come on, if we give him some support, maybe he'll stay out in front for a little longer. Now then, 4 riders going clear. There's the result we've been waiting for. Well, Chishku took it. And the overall standings, Aaron Gate up there. You can see Buda and Kremiski. Those are the current standings. Two more to go to the next sprint. Here we go, we're into the second sprint now, and we've got Spain on the front here, trying to wind it up. This is Eloriaga. Eloriaga is immediately passed then by Beer of Switzerland, and it's Beer of Switzerland leading the Belgian here, Jasper de Boist. Yep, Beer gets it for Switzerland. Jasper de Boist comes over in second spot, and the world champion Aaron Gate, consistency reflecting here, was third. So Aaron Gate beginning to rack up points, and there is the sprint for sprint number 2. Beer takes it for 5, de Boist second for 3, Gate comes over third for 2, and Eloriaga of Spain gets the 1 for 4. So it means we've got a tying situation now. 3 riders have scored 5 points each, Beer, Gate and Shishku of Belarus. So the world champion here, Aaron Gate, out to show the rest of the field why he wears the stripes, the rainbow jersey. This is the discipline that he will obviously excel at. When he got the gold medal in Minsk earlier this year, he beat Lasse Hansen, the Olympic champion, into silver, and Glenn O'Shea for bronze. But the field reassemble, and the breakaway riders have now all been absorbed. There are the standings for you, and that has been altered. I thought it would be, because Aaron Gate was shown as second on the board in the first sprint, and he actually won the sprint from the peloton. So that has now been altered, and the overall standings now mean that we've got 2 riders that have got 5 points each. That's Beer of Switzerland and Chishku of Belarus. De Boist is tying with Gate and Kraminski. They've got 3 each. And 6th is Buda of France with 2. Eloriaga is 7th with 1. They're the only competitors at the moment that have scored points. We're 4 away from sprint number 3. Attack by France. Big attack by France here. This is Buda of France. And he's got going with him the American. And that is Düring. Düring of America going with Buda of France. Nice little lead being set up here with 3 laps to go to the third sprint. Pretty aggressive points race this. Remember, they've got the elimination to come as well before the end of the evening, as the peloton begins to fragment here, and we've got 4 more riders trying to distance themselves from the front of the bunch. 2 to go to the next sprint. Good crowd here then on the opening night of round 1 of the World Cup for this new track season, and they've got great action to look forward to. Here it is, bell. Now then, who's going to take the 5 points here? Is it going to be Düring of USA or Buda of France? Looks like it's not going to be contested, or is it? Yeah, Buda of France gets it from Düring. Düring gets the 3. Eloriaga of Spain gets the 2. And the 1 point goes to Beer of Switzerland. So let me just confirm to you the result as shown on the board. 5 for Buda of France. Düring of USA gets 3. Eloriaga of Spain the 2. And Beer of Switzerland gets the 1. Now if we scroll that on, you can see after 3 sprints, it's the Frenchman Buda that is leading at the moment. So a good spot by the Frenchman. He's got work to do here, Buda. He was 15th in the time trial round this morning, so he's already got 15 points against his name. Remember, if you win a discipline, you get 1 point. 2 for second, 3 for third, all the way down to the last rider in the field. 19 riders then we've got here in the Omnium. And still these two are clear. Remember, if they can gain a lap, they get a 20-point bonus in the back straight if you want to encourage them. That's the spirit. I think you're all waiting for Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain to start doing something. That's why you're steadying yourself on the applause. But we've got 5 to go to the next sprint. And they've got the back of the peloton in their sights now, these two. That's Buda of France and Beer of Switzerland. Now then, if they gain the lap, remember, they get 20-point bonus. Well, here they come off the crown of the bend again. They've got the back of the peloton in front of them. It's feasible for them to gain the lap. 3 to go to the next sprint. Boudat, France, Beer of Switzerland. It's about 70 metres. These 20 points are going to be so valuable to these two. Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain, number 16, just tucked in at the back of the peloton. We got an attack off the front of the main field from the rider from Denmark, and this is Von Follasch. Von Follasch of Denmark has gone away, and there is the back of the peloton immediately in front of the two. The American now trying to tap out the rhythm to bridge the gap, and this is During. During then has got the back of the peloton well and truly in his sights, and now Boudat of France takes over. It's about 25 metres. Boudat really crouching down, trying to close the gap. 1 lap to go then to the next sprint. Well, he's going to bridge, so they don't count for the points. They've bridged, it's close, isn't it? Oh, look at this on the line. We'll have to wait to see, but it could well be the day in there, Von Follasch, that gets the 5. Gate was up there, the world champion as well. And they're showing there that the result of the last sprint, Boudat from During, Von Follasch and Gate. That's the result of the last sprint. Now then, when they put the points to the riders as the bonus for the lap, you're going to see that they've got an emphatic lead now, these two. Just wait for that board to rejig and you will see what the total point situation is. 20 points gained by Boudat of France and During of USA. You can follow my call quite easily if you look on the big scoreboard. There it is. Boudat with 32 has now got a 6-point cushion over his nearest challenger. That's During of USA, and then there's a yawning great gap to the third, which is Beer. Beer trails During by 20 points. So those two have done some very good work in the early stages. 76 more laps to go. Denmark on the attack here, and with them we've got the rider from Italy, Castagnaro. Castagnaro on the front of the two, in the back straight. Belgium chasing them down. This is De Boist of Belgium, who was 6th in the World Championships earlier this year. And this race really is in an angry mood now. As you can see, it's fragmenting. De Boist of Belgium coming up to the two. El Uriaga on the front of the main peloton, trying to come up to the Italian, whose legs are certainly buckling. Castagnaro is certainly buckling here. He's high up on the track and he's going to find it hard to drop into the wheels. He does, but he really is beginning to blow, and the two that have gone clear have been pulled back. 3 to go to the next sprint. Aaron Gate, the world champion, really is showing his style here, Gate. Masterclass, this man in the rainbow stripes. Certainly has a passion for the points race. So those little breakaways, apart from the two that gained the lap, have proved to be fruitful. Now then, it looks like the American here, During, who's gained a lap, is now lost contact, so he could actually lose that 20 points if he's not careful. He's been distanced, so he's certainly paying the effort. This is the bell lap for the next sprint. Aaron Gate, the world champion, is on the front, leading this one out. Shan of China sits in second place, but Gate is going to get the 5. Gate gets the 5. Shan of China gets the 3, and it looked like El Uriaga of Spain, with a late lunge for the line, picked up the 2 points. That's correct. So the 4th place was Zakharov of Kazakhstan. Sprint number 5 then, Gate of New Zealand, Shan of China, El Uriaga Spain, Zakharov Kazakhstan for the 1. Aaron Gate just keeps building on his tally. He's like the best of the losers here, because remember, he's the man that didn't gain a lap. Well, I'm afraid the American is paying the price for gaining that lap. That's During. He's second still on 26, but if he loses this lap, goes on -20, he will lose that 2nd place and drop down amongst the other riders. And the way it's going, he's a 1/3 of a lap behind. He's in the quartet that are now coming into the finishing straight. Also, the rider from the Czech Republic is there. That's Rybin. They could still actually bridge to the back of the bunch if the bunch ease. But Gate, the world champion, is now going away. He's smarting by the fact that he's lost that lap. Now, Aaron Gate from New Zealand, the 2nd man from New Zealand to win the world title, and there's an attack off the front of the peloton from Australia by Davison. He doesn't want the Kiwi to gain the lap back. What a points race this is, absolute cracker. 2nd of the Omniums then, Disciplines, and they regroup, they pull back Gate again. 64 laps to go. And the 4 riders that have been tailed off are getting very near to losing half a lap. They are half a lap back now. Also amongst that 4 is Marjas of Trinidad. Pace injection at the front by Von Fullash of Denmark. Von Fullash going strong now at the front. He's 10th at the moment in the points race with only 2 points. Beer of Switzerland in 2nd place. Aaron Gate, the world champion, lying 3rd as the string once again comes into the back straight. And the 4 off the back are getting perilously close to losing that lap. They're less than half a lap now from being caught. De Boist of Belgium comes to the front, really lifting up the pace here now. Oh, look at that on the line. De Boist, I think, got that one. We'll wait for it to be confirmed, but it was a big effort in the finishing straight by De Boist. And the 4 riders that were tailed off have now been lapped, so they're going to lose -20 points, and of course that's going to be very costly to During of USA, because you'll find he'll fall out of the top positions now. They'll take the 20 away in due course. The result of that last sprint, it was the burst of energy by De Boist of Belgium that got the 5, from El Uriaga of Spain the 3, Castagnaro of Italy got the 2, and Shishku of Belarus picked up the 1. .57 to go. A little bit of a lull in the action, hardly surprising. Yep, so the 20 has now been taken off the American, who was lying 2nd. So instead of having that point score of 26, he's now only got 6. So it just means that Boudat of France is the only rider credited with that 20-point bonus. Well, it's going to take a monumental injection of pace here for anybody to shake off Boudat of France. He's ridden well, and Aaron Gate, the world champion, has been in a mean mood as well. We've got 3 riders on 8 points, all second equal. De Boist of Belgium, El Uriaga of Spain, and Gate of New Zealand. So hard. You've got to be consistent in every one of the 6 disciplines. to try and land the Omnium title. Jonathan Dibben still to open his account. 12th equal. He's amongst one or two other riders that haven't managed to score. Getting a little bit nearer the front of the bunch now though, Dibben. He was 5th in the time trial this morning, so before the start of the points race here in the Omnium, Dibben is lying 5th, but of course that's going to change after this. And tack off the front again here, and this is Kuboki of Japan. Kuboki is the lone leader here, 2 to go to the next sprint. Well, Kuboki's timed his attack to perfection here. And there's a big attack off the front of the main field, but Kuboki could stay clear for the 5 points. Kuboki gets the 5. Oh, very tight for second and third, but second was Chishku of Belarus, and then coming in for third was Kraminsky of Ukraine.
So the updated point situation with still 5 sprints remaining in this men's Omnium point race. The runaway leader, the only rider to have kept the 20 points from the lap game, Boudin of France, 32 points. The battle, though, for the second place in the Omnium is much closer between De Boist of Belgium and Shisku of Belarus. They're both locked together on 9 points each in second place, and fourth place between El Arriaga of Spain and Gate of New Zealand. Remember, if there's an equality of points in a point race when they come to the final sprint, it's the best placed rider in that final sprint who gets the decision.
And De Boist, who's lifted himself up into second equal now in the points race, is third after the time trial round this morning. So good riding here by De Boist. And as I speak, he slipped back 2 after that last sprint to place him third on 9. So it's Chishku now lies second to Budat. Chishku of Belarus, who has 11 points. But De Boist stands to elevate himself up the standings very nicely here if he can maintain this third position after the initial cluster of sprints. A little bit of a break in the field here, as when they come to the line it'll be 4 to go to the next sprint. El Arriaga of Spain on the front immediately swings over and allows Von Fulash of Denmark to take on the pace setting. Von Fulash and El Arriaga all over him like a rush here. Budat, the leader, the Frenchman, he's also right up in the mix. Gate, the world champion, once again shows his colours right at the business end of the contest. It's all about bravery, isn't it, the Omnium? And all about timing your delivery in the disciplines that suit you the most. El Arriaga, what a warrior he is. He's always in the mix and prepared to fight it out with anybody. El Arriaga on the front. De Boist of Belgium second. Bell for the next sprint. El Arriaga leading this one out. De Boist is second. Now then, De Boist got a chance of getting up into third. Jonathan Dibben, for the first time at Great Britain, getting involved here, lying in third place. And Aaron Gate, the world champion, fourth. El Arriaga from De Boist, from Dibben and Gate. They're the 4 over the line first in the latest of the sprints. El Arriaga then of Spain gets the 5. De Boist of Belgium gets the 3. Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain gets his name on the scoreboard with a 2. And the world champion Aaron Gate picks up the 1. So we'll scroll that on for you, and as we're heading on to the closing stages now of the points race, you can see from the big scoreboard that Budat of France has got a handsome lead of 20 points over De Boist of Belgium. El Arriaga is tying with Shisku of Belarus for third, and the world champion Gate is in 4th position. And thanks to the 2 points that Jonathan Dibben has just picked up, he's lying 12th equal with Von Fulash of Denmark. Well, you can't hold this fella down, can you? This is Kasper Michael von Fulsash of Denmark on the attack again. And two more riders being tailed off the back here due to the pressure at the front. Rybin of the Czech Republic is one of the casualties. And it looks like Maharaj of Trinidad again. Yes, Maharaj is off the back. He's already lost one lap, and it looks as though he's going to lose another one now. Still Fulsack off the front here, von Fulsack of Denmark. 5 points here for him would be very useful, elevate him up to 7 points. Van Fulsack was 11th in the time trial, so he's got 11 points standing against his name at the moment. 3 away from the next sprint. Well, he's looking back here anxiously, doesn't seem to want to carry on. It's always best to try and go clear with a couple of riders so that you can share the workload. It's a big ask to do it on your own, but, well, he is just dangling there, isn't he, with about a, 35-metre advantage. Now the reaction off the front from the Aussie, this is Luke Davison. Davison then injects pace here and tries to bridge up to Van Fulsack. And that's exactly what he's going to do as the bell is ringing to tell us we're into the next sprint. And it's Beer of Switzerland that comes to the front. Beer of Switzerland hits the front. He's 6th at the moment on 6 points. But look at the power here of De Boyce. De Boyce to Belgium. Oh, just beaten on the line by Tim Volt. So Velt took the 5 for Holland, but it was De Boyce that came over the line in 2nd place for the 3. Aaron Gate was there, the world champion, 3rd for 2. And Beer, who started it all from Switzerland, gets the 1. It really is a compelling, intriguing contest, this. Boudat can sit back in the peloton because he's got that lap gain. He's got such a comfortable margin. But De Boyce has now got 15. He's up to 2nd. Eloriaga is 3rd on 11 with Gate. And also Shisku of Belarus has also got 11. 3 tying for 3rd. 3 more sprints to go. And a crash down there in the corner. Quite often this can happen. Looks like the rider from Japan has gone down. And that's Koboki. Koboki from Japan. Didn't look as though he's hurt himself, as Eloriaga just dangles off the front of the peloton. But De Boyce has been the man that's impressed me. The Belgian who was 6th in the World Championships earlier this year in Minsk. Could elevate himself into the lead after 2 disciplines here. De Boyce 3rd in the time trial, so he's got 3 points. If he finishes 2nd here, his tally will go up to 5. Boudat of France looks as though he's going to win, but Boudat was nowhere in the time trial. Oh, an attack here by Jonathan Dibben, and all of a sudden the audience wake up. Come on, they're getting behind Dibben. Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain now chasing down Eloriaga. Boudat then of France, the man that gained the lap, is going after him. Terrific contest here now. Boudat then's coming up to Dibben. Eloriaga's waiting for them so they can start to work. And the Japanese rider Koboki is waiting to rejoin the race. Jonathan Dibben in the closing stages now beginning to show us his strength and ability here. Personifies class in front of the huge audience. Dibben going again with Eloriaga. We're 3 away from the next sprint. Gate, the world champion, sees the danger and comes across, and so does Davison of Australia. Well, we got 1 shy of a septet clear, and De Boyce of Belgium sees the danger and comes across as well, and also von Fulsack of Denmark joins them. Some race this. 2 sprints to go after this next one. Von Fulsack of Denmark leading with Dibben in the wheel. Eloriaga's there. Coming up to the bell now then, and it's Dibben on the front. Von Fulsack of Denmark with him. Also Tim Velt is lying 3rd in the orange. Bad position for Dibben. He's going to have to lead this one out, but he really is having a go now. Tim Bell to the Netherlands. He's trying to come back, but it's Jonathan Dibben looking good for 5. Dibben's going to get it. Dibben gets 5. Tim Bell gets the 3. Von Fulsack of Denmark gets the 2, and the 1 going to Boudat of France, who is the leader. So Jonathan Dibben is starting to do some good work now in the closing stages. 7 points for Dibben means he's lifted himself up now to 7th overall in the standings. Boudat still leading. Nobody's going to catch Boudat. De Boist on 15 second. El Oriaga of Spain with 11, tying with Gate and Shitsku. Couple more points scores by Dibben. He could lift himself up into the top 5 of this contest. We've got 2 more sprints to go. Looks like Kaboki of Japan has recovered after that crash. He's on the back of this quartet. Credit due to the courage then of the rider from Japan. It symbolises the sheer courage and determination. Bike riders are real tough cookies, believe me. And it looks like the Chinese rider here, this is Shan Shuang, is going to lose another lap. He really is suffering, Shuang. Four just dangling off the front with 2 sprints to go. Yep. Shan is going to get picked up now for the lap, so he'll go to -20. And they're taking a breather here, just getting their second wind, ready for the next cavalry charge. Just waiting to see who's going to lock horns this time, but the man certainly with a lot of speed in his legs tonight for the sprints here is Jasper de Boist of Belgium, who is currently second and setting himself up to become the leader here after the first 2 disciplines. 3 to go to the penultimate sprint. Nobody wants to take it on at the moment. Luke Davison of Australia just on the front now. The world champion Aaron Gate is up there as well. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. It's Von Fulsack again of Denmark. He really is full of aggression, this man. And he's got the Japanese crash victim with him, Kaboki. But they don't get clear. 2 to go to the penultimate sprint. Jonathan Dibben comes through to the head of the peloton again. El Oriaga's trying to get past Dibben. Dibben's digging deep. He doesn't want El Oriaga to go past, but El Oriaga has gone past. Across the line now. They're into the back straight, ready to contest the penultimate sprint. It's De Boist again of Belgium. Look at the speed here of Jasper De Boist. De Boist is going to take this for 5. El Oriaga, oh no, on the line. El Oriaga is 3rd. Jonathan Dibben 4th. And in 2nd spot, with a late rush to the line, in single numbers there, was Chishku of Belarus. So that sprint then, De Boist of Belgium gets another 5, Chishku of Belarus gets the 3, El Oriaga Spain 2, Jonathan Dibben picks up the 1. So that now means that the first place with 33 points, Boudat, cannot be beaten. He's won the points race, so he'll get 1 point. Boist cannot lose 2nd place because he's 6 ahead of Chishku, and it's 5 for the win. So it means that Boist here will get the 1 for winning the points race. And unofficially, I can tell you that Jasper De Boist will be the leader after 2 disciplines. Chishku's got 14 in 3rd place. El Oriaga's up there on 13. Good riding by the Belgian, the man that was 6th in the World Championships last year. Earlier this year, I should say. And he really has shown us the class and speed that he's got. Carl will tidy that up for you. But I'm just telling you unofficially, with that 20 points, De Boist cannot be beaten for 2nd place in the points race, and he was 3rd at the start of this event after finishing in that spot in the 1-lap time trial. So the Belgian really beginning to show the class here that he's got. 6 to go in the final sprint. Boudat will get 2 points here, and Boudat in the flying lap time trial was a little bit further down the field, 15, so his tally will go up to 16th. Now the American, who gained the lap and then lost it, is on the attack here. So he's waited and he's got his strength back now. And this is During of USA, and he's going away with Tim Velt of the Netherlands. And the third rider in this group that is going away is the world champion Aaron Gate. So a 5 here for Aaron Gate. If he could get it, would elevate him up to third overall, and that would be 3 points. Very, very useful indeed. Of course, Gate was 6th in the time trial earlier today, which would mean his tally would be up to 9. 3 to go for the final sprint. The world champion, Aaron Gate, is on the front. Tim Velt in the orange for the Netherlands second. And the American up there, During, is lying in third. So there's just 1 point left then for the peloton as they start the penultimate lap here of the 120 lap second discipline of the Omnium, the point score. 2 riders going away off the front of the main field, led by Kreminsky of Ukraine. And it's going to be the bell this time for the final lap, and it is the 3 that are ahead that are into the back straight now. Where are the points going to go? It's Tim Velt of the Netherlands leading this one out for the 5. So Tim Velt looking for 5 here. That would take him up to 13. And the 3 is going to go to Aaron Gate for second. And the 2 goes to the American. And that's During. And the 1 goes to number 23 on the line there. And that is Zakharov of Kazakhstan. But you will see, let me tell you, that after the points race, De Boist is second to Boudat, third is Aaron Gate, and it'll mean that De Boist, after 2 disciplines, unofficially will be the new leader of the Omnium. Carl will confirm that to you in due course. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the points race riders? That was a thrilling contest. And let me just tell you that Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain finishes 8th with 8 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the UCI Track Cycling World Cup Women's Team Sprint. The medals and the UCI leaders' jerseys will be presented by President of the UCI, Brian Cookson, OBE. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Max Success Pro Cycling, Lin Junhong, Tianxi Zhong. Winners of the silver medal, representing Great Britain, Becky James, Victoria Williamson. Women's team sprint, gold medalist and overall leaders of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup. Representing Germany, Christina Vogel, Miriam Welt. The flowers will be presented by UK Sport Chair Rod Carr. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Germany. Please acknowledge all our medalists.
Congratulations to Miriam and Christina. They really are the sprint queens at the moment. Now, we're just about to have two more finals of the team pursuit. You may well have noticed when the men did it earlier that there was a coach standing on the line. Now, this is the start-finish line, but actually you'll notice that over there is the line that they'll be actually getting ready on. They actually are doing something called walking the line. Nothing to do with Johnny Cash. It's just that they will help the guys who they are coaching stick to a schedule. So you'll notice that they will stand on the line, and as their riders come around the top bend, they will walk either towards them a pace or away from them a pace. What they're trying to do there is to say whether you're on schedule, behind schedule, which is one pace to the left, or ahead of schedule, one pace away. Now, at some point during the race, at a predetermined agreed time with the team, they might change that from being the schedule to being the team. So they'll notice that the opponents are a little bit further ahead, so they'll say, you need to get faster, or alternatively, they will say, you're ahead of the team on the other side of the track, so this is how far you are ahead. Now that works perfectly. It's about a tenth of a second, so each step is a tenth of a second. The minutiae of track cycling is absolutely tiny. The only problem arrives if you're actually about 4 seconds ahead, because what will happen, you'll go like this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after that thrilling points race, let me just bring you up to speed quickly on the top 3 places in the Omnium. De Boist of Belgium leads with 5 points. Second is Veld of the Netherlands on 7. Third, the world champion Aaron Gate of New Zealand on 9. And good work there in the points race by Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain means he's lying 5th on 13 points, so he's well in touch.
So we come now to the medal finals in the women's team pursuit. And we begin with the ride for the bronze medal. In the home straight, representing Australia, Annette Edmondson, Georgia Baker, Rebecca Wishak and Elisa Wundersitz. In the back straight, the team of Russia, Gulnaz Badjakova, Alexandra Chekinka, Maria Mishina and Evgenia Romanyuta.
Well, away we go then for the start of the contest for the bronze medal between Australia and Russia. Let me just tell you, in the time trial qualification earlier today, Russia were only 0.37 of a second slower than the quartet from Australia. So it's all about who has recovered the most. It's all about backing up your ride in the time trial round. Now then, the opening kilometre for Russia was at 1:11.3, and that was almost a second faster than Australia, who slowly picked up their tempo throughout the whole of the ride. So we expect both these squads to settle down here to a real ding-dong contest, and there's little to choose between them here in the early stages. It's just 9/100ths of a second Russia are trailing Australia as they come through their original starting stations at the completion of this lap. So one more lap to go before the first kilometre has been tidied up, and as I always say, it doesn't really matter about time now, it's all about beating your opponent to secure the medal. And half a lap to go before we get that first kilometre split. Here they come now, back up to the lines. It's Russia that are doing the better work here. Russia are there with a 1:10.5. That's the fastest, second fastest opening kilometre we've had so far. Only Great Britain have gone quicker when they set the new world record. So Russia at the moment are showing signs that they have recovered much better than Australia. Now then, Australia are going to have to dig deep here and start to find something to peg Russia back, because if Russia can increase this lead, once they've got the bit between their teeth, they'll take some pulling back. The Russian squad, Badikova, Chekina, Mashina and Romanyuta at the moment doing the better work. Waiting then for them to come across the line. Yeah, this is quite an emphatic lead that they're building now, as Australia are on the way back here now to the line, and that will be the 2 kilometre pointer. Let's have a look at it. It's going to be a good time for Russia, but they're over a second behind now, Australia, and they really are finding this very, very hard. Maybe the long journey from down under is leaving them with the legacy of jet lag, but it's Russia that have gone off the mark much quicker, and here they come up to their line. It's 1.6 seconds the advantage for Russia at this stage over Australia. 2:16.215 then for Russia. They are quicker by almost a second than their qualification ride. But never discount the Australians. They're gutsy and they fight all the way to the line, as we saw in the final of the men's. Remember, the Australians only had 3, but they held the GB team to 0.6 of a second. So Australia started to come back now. As I said, just watch them. They're always prepared to scrap all the way to the line. Now then, can they get inside a second back? They're starting to chew away at the advantage. So Russia may have gone away a little bit too quickly. We're going to see. They want a bronze medal if possible, but Australia are going to be down to 3 now. They've lost one rider. One of the riders at the back for Australia really struggling, and that's Georgia Baker. Georgia Baker has lost contact, so Australia down to 3 versus Russia, who are down to 3 as well. 3/4 point, and I tell you what, it's developing to a real scrap now. It's inside a second, only 0.757 now. Australia are trailing Russia. Who wants this bronze the most? This is a real gritty performance by Australia, who were almost 1 3/4 seconds off the pace at one point, but they're now starting to come back. What a scrap this is. Australia now looking as though they're going to turn the tables on Russia. Russia may have given too much too early. Australia are ahead. They've gone ahead. They've pushed Russia back into second spot for the bronze medal. Well, what a contest. 2 laps to go, 500 metres remaining. And the good start with that 1:10 opening kilometre by Russia is certainly playing a part now in the fact that they're being beaten, and it's Australia coming up to the bell for 1 lap to go, and they're going to get the bronze medal here. What a fight. Australia then onto the banking and into the back straight. Less than half a lap to go now for Australia, and the bronze medal's going to wait for them. Russia can do nothing about it. Here come Australia. They're going to collect the bronze. Up to the line now, and they close out in a time of 4:30.831. That's 3 seconds quicker than this morning for Australia. Russia finishing on 4:32.696. Both teams going quicker, but Australia having the last say and winning the bronze. Good stuff.
So confirmation of the times and the destination of the bronze medal. Australia in 4:38.31 and 4th spot for Russia 4:32.696.
Now, earlier we introduced you to what we're calling here at the Manchester Velodrome a pursuit wave. And I got the impression that you maybe needed another practice. So we're going to give you that opportunity now. Remember, each straight has a team. Every time a team comes to your straight, you need to do the Mexican wave. So we're going to practice it again. Both corners of the track, we're going to do it now. So hello again, my friends. Hello, yes. You're going to start one wave, going that way with the riders, and all the way over the other side. I know, yes, you are, you're waving, well done, thank you very much. You're starting it over there. Now, when you practice, brilliant, do it during the race too. Follow your riders. Are you ready? In the practice, in this corner, 3, 2, 1, up you go. Over the other side, let's get you up. Follow it all the way around, anti-clockwise, keep going, and follow your riders when they're in your straight.
So to the ride for the gold and silver medals in the women's team pursuit. Starting in the home straight are the team of Great Britain, Laura Trott, Eleanor Barker, Danny King and Joanna Rousel. And their opponents in the back straight, representing Canada, Gillian Carlton, Laura Brown, Jasmine Glazer and Stephanie Roda. So the clock is ticking, the rider's ready to go, and you can do your part by supporting them and keeping that wave going as they come around the track. Half a minute to the start.
So away we go then in the ride-off for the gold medal. In case you weren't here for the earlier session, let me tell you the team of Laura Trott, Eleanor Barker, Danny King and Joanna Rousel set a new world record of 4:23.910. So where is the clock going to stop here? And they're up against the Canadian team of Carlton, Brown, Glaser and Roder, who went 4:28.054. The team from Canada, coached by Craig Griffin. And they've been doing their preparation in Los Angeles on the indoor 250-metre track there. That's the team for Canada. Now coaching the team from Great Britain. Down there on the line is the world points champion and a man who won a gold medal in the team sprint as well. And that's Chris Newton. Newton doing a good job, just like Paul Manning with the men's team. But Great Britain have gone off the mark quicker here, and already they're looking very, very sharp. They opened up this morning with 1:10.865 for the first kilometre. Let's have a look at that opening K here. Oh, it's fast. It's inside a 1:10. They are inside world record pace, Great Britain. Canada have gone 1:10.9. That's the fastest kilometre for them as well. But British quartet here are absolutely flying. Now, if they can maintain this kind of tempo, that world record of 4:23.9 is going to be erased from the record books without even being ratified. Hard to believe, isn't it, this? Remember, the 4 kilometre, 4 athletes in the women's team pursuit. It's a new event, but already Great Britain riding with great deal of polished panache. They're going to get Canada in their sights very, very shortly. It almost defies belief, this, doesn't it? They're going so fast. Now then, we're looking for the 2,000 metre split time for Great Britain. They really are pouring on the coals here, and they're going to have the Canadian quartet in their sights as they come up to the midway point. Here we go. And the midway point split is 2:13.129 for Great Britain. So they are actually 1.7 seconds faster than this morning, which means they're going to take the mark down to round about a 4:21 if they keep this up. They are storming round the track. Second kilometre for Great Britain was a 1:03.2, and the technique is really something to admire here. Canada's still doing a good ride as well, but they've got nothing to offer to Great Britain. Canada are going to set a national record as well, believe me, but they have got nothing at all to challenge Great Britain. The 4 are flying. Coming round the Manking once again and looking down the battle here. They've got Canada well and truly in their sights. Riveting action here then by the British quartet. The question is, can Canada hold them off? This is going to be the 3/4 mark. They hit the line now at 3:16.632. Well, they're almost 3 seconds faster than this morning. They're going to do something around about a 4:20, 4:21 here, Great Britain. That last kilometre was a 1:03. And we've got the perfect scenario here because they've got the Canadian survivors approximately 60 metres ahead of them, and that is acting as a carrot, a perfect foil, and they're chasing them down, reeling in their quarry. They've got 2 to go, and I tell you what, the world record is going to go. Ladies and gentlemen, watch the clock. It's going to be round about a 4:20, 4:21. It's going to be the bell this time. Canada are really on the rack here. Great Britain flying, coming up to the line, scorching round the boards now, and they're chasing Canada down all the way. Watch the clock. 4:23.9 is the time to beat. It's going to be round about 4:20, 4:21. Here they come. Great Britain up to the... Oh, it's going to be even faster. I can't believe it. 4:19.604 for Great Britain. What a ride that is. Great Britain set the world record, and Canada on 4:27.083 set a national record. But it's Great Britain that are the winners of the World Cup. Laura Trott, Helena Barker, Danny King and Joanna Rousel. The final kilometre was 1:02.9. It defies belief. Fantastic riding there. I said 4:20, they went 4:19.6.
So, to summarise the medal positions, Australia take the bronze medal, Canada secure the silver, but with their second world record of the day, the gold medalists are the team of Great Britain.
Framing up on the... So it's another gold medal for the victorious British team, and that is the Pen in Track Centre, where they are preparing their athletes for the next race as the guys come off and celebrate. And appreciate, no doubt, the applause that you're giving them. You'll notice that this is a hive of activity. Everything goes on in Track Centre here. It's almost like a Where's Wally, picking out the player, the athlete, the rider, the coach that you may well know. It's all going on down here. Not only that, not only the warming up and the warming down, the drinking and the eating, you'll notice there's mechanics that goes on too, and you'll be able to notice the different kind of bikes as well. Clearly, you've just seen a pursuit race where the discs are on both wheels because they are streamlined and they don't need to change direction very quickly. This is a sprint bike. You know why? Because it's not got the disc at the front, it's got the spokes because they do need to change quickly, and also it's got the drop handlebars. You'll notice that the tri-bar is the way that they do the pursuit because obviously they want to be very streamlined as well. Everything is going on here. You can almost get as much intrigue and action out here in Track Centre as you will on the 250-metre lap of the velodrome. So keep your eyes out, see what there is, because they all need these rollers as well to do all their warming up. I swear, I've never ever seen as many bikes in one place. So keep your tweets coming in. Hashtag TWC if you want to get involved on the big screen. Laura has tweeted to say, at the velodrome in Manchester with Josh. And it is so much fun. Hashtag TWC. Keep these tweets coming in. If you have any questions for our experts as well. Come on, GB, says Callum. Hashtag TWC. Hugh and Carl are our two commentators. If you have any questions, then use the same hashtag. Excellent work by the GBR team, says Paul's Wheels. Gold medal winners. They are twice now. Hashtag TWC. And fantastic start by GB guys. Worth a trip, says Floss. hashtag TWC. Keep those coming in. We will have a look through them. Coffee run, fab time at the velodrome. Well done, Team GB. Loving the high energy dance too. I think the person who is in control of the tweets might be in control of the dance, and that's why they put that one up. Hashtag TWC. And spokesman Jamie says, great to be back at the Manchester Velodrome with Coley. Hashtag TWC. Keep those tweets coming in. And this is the final one for now. Also, why is there a car in front of the podium? Hashtag TWC. It's a rather delightful yellow Fiat 500. I'm really tempted to drive away in it, but no exit or entrance is big enough for me to get it out.
Well, Hugh, if you wonder why, it is the new Fiat 500L trekking. What is it doing in the middle of the arena? Fiat is the UCI Truck Cycling World Cup Manchester partner, and this is their very latest model. To find out more and to arrange a test drive, visit your local Fiat dealer. So our next event on the track is the women's scratch race, contested over 40 laps of the track, 10 kilometres of racing. These riders having qualified through the heats earlier today. 20 riders taking the start. So just as the riders get themselves ready for this final, a reminder for teams of the riders in the men's elimination race, the next element of the Omnium competition, that you can collect your flashing transponder boxes from the Commissaire's podium in Track Centre. Thus far we haven't received any...
Well, this is the rollout then, ready for the start of the women's scratch race final. 40 laps of the track. These are the competitors that have won their way through from the heats this morning. "20 riders then rolling around. Near the front with the red helmet is Katie Archibald from Scotland. And she was a member of the team that won the European Team Pursuit title in Appledorn just the other week. And really, you've got to admire the courage here of Danny King, because remember, she's just been in that Team Pursuit squad that have set a world record. So it's going to be interesting to see whether King can recover well. And King, pretty good scratch race rider. She was 6th in the final in Minsk earlier this year at the World Championships. On the front at the moment in this steady pace is Amy Hill, the 18-year-old from Newport in South Wales, but nobody too eager to take it on. But as I speak, it looks like the rider from Belgium is now going to be the first attacker of the race. Belgium trying to go away here. This is Kelly Droitz. Yep, Droitz has gone away, and she's got a rider with her for company. And that looks like the rider from Ireland to me, going with her. Yeah, in the famous green colours. There they are. 38 more laps to go. It's interesting to see that Ireland are starting to get riders that are shaping up now in world competition in the women's contests on the track. This is Caroline Ryan, who was 7th in Minsk, and she's in this little group that are going away, and we've got a significant split at the moment in the peloton. It is broken into two sections. Areola of Mexico leading them through in that very, very low crouching style. Areola it is from Mexico on the front. Nobody wanted to take it on immediately from Areola. As once again our rider from Ireland is right there in the mix. That's Caroline Ryan. Going to wait and see who's got the aggression here to try and break clear. Right at the back, it's Brazna from Belarus, and the pace eases off. It's very hard to ride a scratch race when it doesn't flow consistently, when they keep swinging up and the pace eases right back. It does make the legs burn, believe me. But again, right on the front, we've got Caroline Ryan of Ireland. Ryan looks as though she's eager to get on with this. She wants to try and form a break, and she keeps trying to inject more pace. But the rest, of course, are all watching her very, very closely. Sonnet of Malaysia is up there as well. And now the Spaniard on the front, Olavarria. Olavarria probably the most experienced in the field. And they keep swinging up high, don't they, above the blue, whereas normally when a scratch race is full on, they're right down in the well of the track. 31 more laps to go. We're at the three-quarter distance. Klimchenko of Ukraine, right near the front as well. Again she goes, Caroline Ryan of Ireland, and this time she's established a small advantage. Ryan of Ireland, come on, give us some encouragement. She's been chased down there by Amy Hill, the Welsh competitor, 18 from Newport, South Wales. But it's Ryan at the moment that is riding more strongly than the rest. It's Olavarria of Spain that's in second position, but Ryan really having a crack here. Amy Hill sitting on the front as well. In the wheel of Hill is Klimchenko of Ukraine. Field keep easing back, which is playing into the hands of Ryan. Looks back anxiously to see if anybody's taking up the chase, and they're not, so she can profit from this. The peloton keeps reshaping its form behind as nobody's prepared to take it on. Come on, give us some encouragement. Caroline Ryan having a real go here. Creeping towards half a lap the advantage as Somnet of Malaysia comes to the head, swings up, and once again it's the rider from Mexico on the front of the main field. Now it's Wojtyra of Poland. Wojtyra of Poland on the front, Olavarria tucked into her wheel. Now it's Archibald from Scotland that's right up there near the front of the bunch. It's a tough ask, isn't it, to try and stay clear on your own. Ryan could definitely do with some company to share the workload. Well, she really is trying to keep clear with unbridled passion, but it's not going to be for much longer. She's amplified her intentions, and now her legs are significantly slower than they were when she went clear. Archibald on the front for Scotland there, in the pale blue with that red helmet, just getting the height and now having a crack to go clear with Olavarria in her wheel from Spain. And also going clear is Newell of USA. So this trio could pick up Ryan now, and if they start to work together, that could be very useful. Ryan needs to drop in behind the three. She's going to do that. But a big effort off the front of the peloton there by Bronzini of Italy, the double world road champion, means that she's got up to the leaders. And, well, that certainly didn't help the leader, did it? Because they've all come back together. 21 to go. We're at the midway point, and the field are all back together. determined attack right down in the well of the track. The American reacts immediately to try and peg back the pace setter. Newell chasing down the leader, and that is Areola of Mexico. They join up with a slender advantage of about 15 metres. 19 more to go. Areola still plugging away. Well, it's testimony to her aggression that she's still got this 25-metre lead. Berthon of France was the next rider that was bringing the bunch along, but she sat up. And Danny King of Great Britain is leading the bunch high on the banking, but at the moment it's still Areola that's looking good here of Mexico, the 22-year-old who got the silver medal in the World Championships in Minsk, Belarus earlier in the year. Wojtyła of Poland jumps clear off the front of the main bunch, but the silver medal winner at the World Championships is almost half a lap clear. Wojtyła of Poland with Alagbiara of Spain, and they don't continue to work. Playing into the hands all the time then of the world silver medalist. She's going really well here. This is Areola of Mexico, 22 years of age. She's got half a lap advantage. Katie Archibald of Great Britain from Scotland there on the front. Wojtyła of Poland is with her. And those two have gone away. They're in the second and third positions at the moment. But I tell you what, she's going to gain a lap here. I want to hear your applause resonate around the arena, because Navarro Areola of Mexico is going to pick the peloton up for a lap here. Cracking ride by the world silver medalist from Minsk earlier in the year. Here she comes. She's going to tuck herself nicely into the wheels of the peloton. She's gained the lap. Good riding there then by Areola. Now then, we have the two riders that are trying to do the same thing as the Mexican, as we've got 13 laps to go. They all trail by a lap. Third member of the trio that is clear is Klimchenko of Ukraine, who's been very, very aggressive throughout. And I tell you what, Kate Archibald's got a good chance of getting a lap here, with 11 to go. Now then, if Archibald could bridge as well, she would be in with a serious shout of challenging the top rider, and that's Areola. Areola is comfortably sitting in the field. So the trio chasing them down is Archibald from Scotland. From Poland, we've got Wojtyła, and also there is Klimchenko of Ukraine. Those are the three that are trying to get up to the peloton. There are one or two other riders trying to distance themselves as well. 9 more laps to go. Also clear is Bronzini of Italy, the world road champion twice. The rider from France has gone away as well, and that's Berthon of France. But these are the three that stand the most to gain, as we're coming round with 8 more laps to go. 2 kilometres left. It is feasible to bridge, definitely. Come on, give them some encouragement, particularly the rider from Scotland, Kate Archibald in the blue with the red helmet. Danny King comes to the front of the main field from Great Britain. King with that gold medal in her pocket from the team pursuit, and it's King now that's trying to whip up some pace at the front of the peloton. Six more laps to go. The three are getting very, very close to the back here of the bunch. Here they come. Yep, they're going to make the junction with 5 laps to go. That means we've got 4 riders that have now lapped the field. Areola of Mexico, Wojtyła of Poland, Archibald of Scotland and Great Britain, and Klimchenko of Ukraine. and those riders are clear of the main field. So the leading position and gold medal is going to go to one of those four. If the bunch stays together, it's the highest place finisher of that quartet that will get the victory if they are in the wheels of the bunch. 3 to go. Kate Archibald, very easy to spot. She's in the pale blue with that red helmet. She's in the middle of the field at the moment. An attack off the front. 2 to go. It's getting very, very critical this then. It's Amy Hill on the front. Areola of Mexico is right at the back, so remember, she was the first to gain the lap, and she's not in a good position at all. Remember, it's the leading rider of that four, wherever she finishes, will clinch the gold medal. Danny King having a crack in the sprint as well. It looks very much to me as though it could be Wojtyra of Poland might take this. Wojtyra is well placed here as they come round. It's the rider from France that's leading the final sprint here to the line. Rider from France takes it on count back. That's very difficult to call. It may well be Wojtyra there of Poland, the leading rider of the four that lapped the field. We'll wait for that to be confirmed. Wojtyra was well placed as we go through the riders as they cross the line. Wojtyra was well up there, very close. It may well be Wojtyra from Archibald. Areola was up there as well. But it looked from the call as they went over the line that Wojtyra of Poland got the goal ahead of Archibald for silver. We'll wait to confirm that. But the winner of the final sprint was Berton of France, but Berton was a lap behind. We need to look at the computer slowly now to confirm that. Danny King had a good ride. Her legs must be burning after that world record set in the team pursuit. We're still waiting to get confirmation of that result. And Wojtyra is giving the victory salute. There is the result for you, confirmed. It was Wojtyra of Poland that got the gold medal. Archibald of Great Britain and Scotland got the silver. Klimchenko of UK got the bronze, and the first rider to gain the lap, Areola of Mexico, has to settle for fourth. But a good silver there then for young Kate Archibald of Great Britain and Scotland. But the winner of the gold is Wojtyra of Poland.
Well, well done to Hugh Porter for calling expertly the intricacies of the scratch race that we've just seen. Hugh, now that the race has finished, perhaps you could take a moment to describe exactly what we were seeing there and how important all the little bits of tactics and everything were.
Well, the problem is with the scratch race, years and years ago they used to be on bigger tracks, 333 and 400 metres, so it was quite rare to see a lapping situation. But now they're always on 250 indoor. It is quite a common thing to see a little group of riders lap the field. But then what happens is, like we've just had, when you've got four riders that have lapped the field and they're immersed in the wheels of the peloton, it is the leading rider of those four when they cross the line that wins the gold medal. So it becomes very difficult for the four to position themselves to outpace the others. But you could see that Wojtyra, who crossed the line something like seventh back there, was the gold medal winner, and Katie Archibald just a little further back for the silver. But it does make it complicated, and so you really have to be vigilant and keep your eye on the race. But it's also complicated for the riders that have lapped the field, because they need to keep a sharp eye on the nearest competitors that they went away with. But at least we got it right on the call, that's the main thing. But a great silver medal there for the Scot. Young Katie Archibald has got a sensational future ahead of her.
So keep your tweets coming in if you have any questions, the likes of which that I just gave to Hugh there, then we will attempt to answer them. Is that Sudi? Sudi Bennett? Yes. Storming GB, hashtag TWC. That's what you need to add to get these tweets up on the big screen. Kirsty, thank you very much indeed. And Ben East has got involved as well. Why is it so hot in the velodrome? Hashtag TWC, I'm not even exerting myself. Hashtag too hot. You should try being down here, Ben. It's very, very, very hot. Steph has got in touch, having a fantastic time at Cycling World Cup. Bring on more gold medals. Hashtag TWC at Manchester Velodrome. Just so you know, the reason that it's hot, it has to be to make sure that there's every opportunity for the guys to go around in the best possible time. But if you have any other questions, then send them in. Hashtag TWC, and Hugh and Carl will answer them for you. Okie Blokey has got in touch. GB Women World Record in Team Pursuit was awesome. Well done, ladies. Hashtag Ruthless and hashtag TWC. In a moment or two, we'll be seeing those ladies pick up their gold medal.
Well, you can catch the rest of the Track World Cup action on the BBC Red Button tonight from 7 o'clock. So it's already started on Saturday from 6 o'clock and live on BBC Two on Sunday afternoon from 2:20. However, if you can't do that, you can also follow us via our very own blog. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the UCI Track Cycling World Cup, Women's Team Pursuit. The medals and the UCI leaders' jerseys will be presented by President of the UCI, Brian Cookson, OBE. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Australia, Annette Edmondson, Georgia Baker, Rebecca Wishak, and Elisa Wunderschitz. Winners of the silver medal, representing Canada, Gillian Carlton, Laura Brown, Jasmine Glaser, and Stephanie Ruder. women's team pursuit gold medalists and overall leaders of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup, representing Great Britain, Laura Trott, Eleanor Barker, Danny King and Joanna Rousel. The flowers will be presented by Manchester City Council Lord Mayor, Councillor Naeem Al Hassan, JP. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Great Britain. Please acknowledge all our medalists.
So let's have a word with some gold medalists, shall we? Will you welcome Joe and Danny from the victorious Great Britain team? The first thing I need to say to Danny is that she has just done a world record 4K and then she jumps straight back up on a bike and does a scratch race. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I deserve a medal for the quickest skin suit changes.
That was genuinely, you think people behind stage in like dramas and stuff do it? She did it quicker. Well done. We'll come back to you in a moment. Joe, how was that? 2 world records in one day.
It was absolutely phenomenal. We, at the moment, because the event's still developing, we're just pushing the boundaries all the time. We raced the Europeans 2 weeks ago and we won there, but we knew there'd be a higher level of competition here with the Aussies and the Canadians and all those people that are on the podium at the Olympics. So we're really pleased to come away with the gold again, and we just keep bettering that time and seeing how fast we can go.
How much are you learning about this new event? Clearly, you've got an extra teammate as well as going further.
Yeah, we're learning every single day, to be honest, and it's great having the lads around to look up to because they've obviously been there and done it, so we're learning off them as well, and it's great to have Chris on board, and then obviously Paul have helped us massively as well. So yeah, we're learning every day, and like Joe said, it's exciting to see how far we can go.
Now, clearly you guys with Laura have won a lot together, so are you making Eleanor feel very welcome?
Yeah, definitely. She's slotted straight into the squad really nicely. She's a really nice girl, and we all get on really well, which I think is really important. When you're up there on the start line, you need to have 100% faith in your teammates. So when you get on off the bike as well, that makes all that easier.
Ladies and gentlemen, smiling faces, no doubt bringing smiles to your faces as well. Will you welcome them and thank them once again? Danny and Joe.
On the track now, the finals of the men's team sprint. The first final is the ride for the bronze medal. Taking the start in the home straight, the team of Great Britain. Matt Crampton, Philip Hines, Jason Kenny. Their opponents in the back straight, representing New Zealand, Edward Dawkins, Ethan Mitchell and Sam Webster.
So 3 laps of the track to decide the bronze medal. Great Britain have made one change here. They've brought in Matt Crampton instead of Amadi. Now then, will that make the difference? Great Britain were just a tad quicker than New Zealand in the qualification round, but it's going to be a real contest, this, believe me. And it's very, very close at the moment. Great Britain have gone off the mark slightly quicker, and they are still leading. It's going to be the final takeover this time then. 1 lap to go then in the quest for the bronze medal, and it's Great Britain leading. So 30.346 for Great Britain. They've got 0.5 of a second advantage. Now then, can the final rider, this is Matt Crampton, hold off the challenge of New Zealand? It's going to be close on the line. Oh! Let's see which way it went on the line. The bronze goes to Great Britain in 43.972. New Zealand finishing 4th on 44.044. So the bronze medal secured there by Great Britain in a closing time of 43.972. Split times for Great Britain. The opening lap 17.505, 30.346 on 2 laps, and they closed out 43.972. Great Britain collect bronze.
And now the ride for the gold and silver medals. And starting in the home straight, the team of Germany, René Enders, Robert Forstermann and Max Niederlag. And their opponents in the back straight, representing Russia, Denis Dmitriev, Andrei Kubiev and Pavel Yakushevsky.
Now Russia were just 0.2 of a second slower than Germany in the qualification, but can anybody match the awesome power of Rennie Enders for the opening lap, wearing the World Championship stripes? He really does storm round the first 250, and it's Germany with a good start. Russia have also gone away well as they come up to complete the opening lap. It's Germany leading on 17.159. That's a quick opening 250. Can Russia get back on terms with Germany as they come up to the final takeover now? It's still Germany leading, chasing out the gold medal, 30.017. Half a lap to go. Germany ahead, Russia in the silver medal position, into the finishing straight, looking for the line now. Here they come, and the gold medal goes to Germany in 43.293. Russia collect the silver on 43.844. Awesome power there by the German trio, landing them the gold medal in the team sprint. Germany are the world champions. Just one rider then lining up in that three that was in the squad that clinched gold in Minsk in Belarus early in the year. So let me just confirm once again, it's Germany that take gold from Russia that collects silver.
So confirmation of the medalists in the men's team sprint. The bronze medal being collected by the team of Great Britain at a time of 43.972. The silver going to Russia in 43.844. But the gold medalists are the team of Germany with 43.293.
Now, we've introduced you to pretty much every area of Track Centre, so we wanted to give you an opportunity to see up close and personal what the VIPs get up to. These are the guys who are all looking at very close quarters, what zooms around at, what in that last race, about 60, 70 kilometres an hour, speeds past them, and they get a very, very privileged look. And not only that, there's one lady in there who's going to be very privileged now because I'm going to say that it's their birthday. So will we please say happy birthday to Sophie Hoyle, who is 28. Not only having some sort of 18-course meal, she gets a personalised birthday mention as well. So happy birthday to Sophie. Go back to quaffing your wine and having your 18 bread rolls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the UCI Track Cycling World Cup Women's Scratch Race. The medals and the UCI leader's jersey will be presented by Manchester City Council Lord Mayor, Councillor Naeem Ul Hassan, JP. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Ukraine, Tetiana Klimchenko. Winner of the silver medal, representing Great Britain, Kate Archibald. Women's scratch race gold medalist and overall leader of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup, representing Poland, Małgorzata Wojtyra. The flowers will be presented by UK Sport Director of Major Events and International Relations, Simon Morton. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Poland. Please acknowledge all our medalists. UK Sports Gold Event Series has supported the UCI Track Cycling World Cup Series with investment of up to £150,000 worth of lottery funds. This is possible thanks to people in the UK buying national lottery tickets. So if you have bought a ticket, you're part of the team. Thank you. British Cycling are selling membership and have a few special offers for new members who join today. For a £28 annual ride membership, you'll also receive a British Cycling goodie bag worth £20, which includes a GB Cycling Team water bottle, a British Cycling mug and much more. So visit the membership team in the shop on the concourse for more information and join today. If you're a member of British Cycling, then don't miss out on your free gift available at the shop on the concourse. We have a limited number of GB Cycling Team water bottles to give away every session this weekend, so get yours before they run out. Make sure you take your membership card with you. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup. Men's Team Sprint. The medals and UCI leaders' jerseys will be presented by UK Sport Chair Rod Carr. Winners of the bronze medal, representing Great Britain, Matthew Crampton, Philip Hines, Jason Kenny. Winners of the silver medal, representing Russia, Denis Dmitriev, Andrei Kubiev and Pavel Yakashevsky. Men's team sprint gold medalists and overall leaders of the UCI Track Cycling World Cup, representing Germany, René Enders, Robert Forstermann and Max Niederlag. The flowers will be presented by Head of Community and Cultural Services, Eamon O'Rourke. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Germany. Please acknowledge all of our medalists.
Congratulations to Germany. That's their second gold medal of this UCI Track Cycling World Cup here in Manchester. So 2 for them, 2 for Great Britain and 1 for Poland on this first evening. Don't go anywhere because we're about to witness one of the most fun events of any meeting. It is the elimination race in the Omnium. It's the third discipline of 6. And I'm going to enlist the help of a very, very important man to help explain just exactly what happens on a technical side during the elimination. This is Andy McCord. He is the commissaire president. In other words, he's in charge of all of us. The elimination race is basically the guys from the Omnium going round, and every other lap, the last one is eliminated. But, Andy, how difficult is it sometimes to spot who's last, and how do you get the information down here?
At times it can be difficult, but we have a judge up in the press box who determines who the last rider is, and she has the ability to use a photo finish if she needs that assistance to determine who's the last rider.
So that's how the information gets to you. How do you then get the information out to the riders, because they might not know?
We get the information out to the riders in a number of different ways. It goes onto the scoreboard with their number. It also goes on the lap counters at the pursuit lines. We also have a device that's attached to their handlebars, which if they're the last rider, we flip a switch, it flashes red.
So that's the last call, if you like. If they haven't seen the big screen, haven't seen the scoreboard, haven't seen somebody hold up the number. Let's have a look at the box. This is the box that Andy and his colleagues will be using to tell every one of these riders if they're out. And this is the little implement on the handlebars that will flash red. So we're not using this one. So Andy, show us what happens if you flick it. They're out. And so they see that and they know they are out. It is serious, but it's also a bit of fun, isn't it? People will enjoy it.
It is. It's a fun race.
Well, we're looking forward to it. So settle back and enjoy the Omnium elimination.
The next event is event 3 of the men's Omnium, and that is the elimination race. Well, the lights are being checked on the stems of the bicycles to make sure that they're working, because remember, that has to coincide with the computer, so the numbers will then be relayed to the scoreboard as each rider is eliminated. So if you haven't seen an elimination race before, the back of the race is where you need to concentrate, because the last rider over the line is eliminated. It's a culling exercise until we get right down to the final, and you can see how important it is to be at the front. Just look at the speed that they're going at here. They're away, and I tell you what, it was a sprint from the back to try and get yourself involved in the race. Absolutely astonishing, the speed at the start. It's so important to be right there at the front. So they are eliminated every 2 laps. So at the end of this lap now, the first elimination will take place. And you can see right at the back, we've got the rider there from Malaysia. Is he going to be the first to be out? Let's have a look on the line. Whoa. Confirmed, number 3, the first rider to be eliminated. And that's the rider from Barbados, Darren Matthews. Second elimination is going to take place now. Oh, tight on the line there. Right in the high seat at the back now is Castagnaro of Italy. Castagnaro with work to do here from Italy. He needs to move up. He needs to move up. He's right at the back. He's in trouble here.
Number 19, Xuanshang, China.
Looking for the next elimination now, and right at the back there we have the rider from Spain, Elorriaga of Spain is in the hot seat. Elorriaga with the green helmet trying to move up. Oh, so tight on the line, could have been the American actually.
35, Jacob During, United States of America.
It was the American. He lost ground in the closing stages. Now it's Tim Velt now of the Netherlands that's in the hot seat at the back. Tim Velt, he's chasing down the Spaniard Elorriaga, and it's these two that have got work to do now. Look at Tim Velt in the orange. He's playing at the crowd pleaser here. Velt's going to have to find a way up past Elorriaga to Spain, and it could possibly be the rider from Denmark. Very close.
Number 11, Kasper von Folsak, Denmark.
It was Van Folsak of Denmark, so the field thinning down all the time now. Now then, we've got number 21 here, Koboki of Japan. Remember, he fell in the scratch race earlier, and Koboki of Japan looks as though he's going to accept his fate here. Doesn't look as though he's going to contest, although he's finding a way underneath now. Looks like Koboki's going to... No, it's Koboki.
21, Kashigi Koboki, Japan.
It was Koboki, and you can see that the field is thinning down. It really is hard to ride the devil from the back. The best place to be is up in the first 3, and I'm pleased to say that Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain is riding a very, very canny devil. He's sitting right up there in the inside. Dibben going well, and it's these 3 lining up at the front, and that of course includes the leader of the Omnium, and that's De Boyce of Belgium. But look at the back, that's where the problems are occurring. Looks like the Trinidadian to me.
32, Varun Maharaj, Trinidad.
It was the Trinidadian Maharaj who's eliminated once again. Tim Velt, the crowd pleaser, playing the devil's advocate here, sitting right at the back. Is he going to be the next man for the early shower? A big move up the line by Oliver Beer of Switzerland, and here comes Tim Velt. Velt's starting to come down the outside now. Beer and Velt, and all of a sudden Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain is left behind. Dibben's going to have to find a way down the inside. He's not going to do it. Oh!
16, Jonathan Dibben, Great Britain.
Well, it was poor old Jonathan Dibben. He got himself in the wrong position and then couldn't find a way through, could he? Now then, it's the rider from France in trouble here now. He's going to have to find a way to move up the line. And this is Thomas Boudat of France. Boudat, look at him, crouching down, trying to find that extra pace to get up into the safety zone. Boudat at the back at the moment, and can he do it? Can he do it? I would say he has done it.
Number 6, Roman Shishku, Belarus.
Shishku of Belarus is the latest man to be pulled out. Now, the man that needs to move up here now is going to be Kreminsky of Ukraine. That's him right at the back, Kreminsky. The Belgian who's leading the Omnium has realised the danger. That's De Boist, and De Boist has come round on the outside. Now then, is it going to be Kreminsky? Could be the rider from the Czech Republic. Oh, it looks like Beer to me.
31, Olivier Beer, Switzerland.
It was Olivier Beer of Switzerland. Now you can see, can't you, the tight formation right on the front. It is the rider from Spain, El Uriaga. The world champion, Aaron Gate of New Zealand at the back. Now he needs to move up here. And also the rider from the Czech Republic is also in the danger zone. That's Andrej Rybin. But the world champion Gate starting to move up and accelerate now. And I tell you what, it looks like the rider from Ukraine or Kazakhstan to me.
23, Ertum Zakharov, Kazakhstan.
It was Zakharov of Kazakhstan. And look at the speed here. The long, thin line is forming at the front due to the injection of pace by the world champion. And at the back, from the Czech Republic, it's Rybin. How many lives has he got? Now then, Rybin is the man in the hot seat right at the back, and Tim Velt in the orange is moving on. Oh, look at that. Rybin sees the line underneath. Good move, that, and it's the Frenchman that's in trouble now. The Frenchman's in trouble. Oh, my goodness me.
33, Vladislav Kreminsky, Ukraine.
Well, the Frenchman just about found a way through there, and Kreminsky is the latest casualty. The elimination race providing us with thrills here, the concluding competition of day one. Tim Velt again, what a crowd pleaser he is. But there's only we got a crash there and a touch of wheels, and 3 riders have gone down, and now we've only got 5 left in the shake-up. El Uriaga comes round for Spain. Boudat of France is in second place, and Tim Velt is right at the back of the Netherlands. Race is neutralised while we sort the crash victims out. The crash victims will be allowed to rejoin. And of course the referee will decide when the race can resume, and the yellow flag will be pulled in. Man at the side of the rider with the yellow flag is the commissaire in charge of the competition. He always points to which is the leader of the race. He points to the head of the contest. De Boist, the leader of the Omnium, was one of the casualties there. You can see he's just dropping in at the front now. De Boist has got 5 points from the 2 events. Tim Velt has got 7. The crash victims are now going to resume. They're okay, I'm pleased to say. They're going to join back into the contest. Not quite sure about the rider over there in the back straight. The flag is still out, so the race has not resumed yet. Although the survivors are being very cautious as they're watching. Oh, it has.
They got to repair the track.
There was 2 firings of the gun there, which means the race is going to be stopped. The race is going to be stopped. Attention riders, attention riders.
Okay, Julie,
Observe the rules of the referee. The gun has fired twice. In fact, he's fired 4 times. Just having a bit of pistol practice here.
The race is stopped whilst a track repair is carried out.
hands off you, someone. I'll just take that, mate.
You can, just in case everybody's a little bit confused here, let me just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, because of the crash, whenever there's a crash, the track has to be looked at very, very closely, and then they bring forward the maintenance team, and if a little piece has been gouged out, like a little divot, then they generally put some of the old gaffer tape over it to make sure there isn't a splinter which could cause a puncture and a crash. So that's why the race is neutralised at the moment. The track is being observed and being restored to the safety of the riders ready to continue the competition. So a septet of survivors roll away for the resumption of what has been a very thrilling elimination race. Now immediately you can see that the Australian here, Luke Davison, wants to be on the front. He thinks that's the best position. And we're away. And right at the back it's Bardet of France. So Bardet of France right at the back. Tim Velt, who's been the crowd pleaser, is in second position. De Boist, who's currently leading the Omnium, is coming to the front. Remember, he was one of the crash victims. Right, the first elimination of round 2 of the elimination now gets underway. Davison of Australia trying to come up onto the shoulder of De Boist of Belgium. Eliaga is up there as well, so is the world champion, and it looks like the Frenchman Bardet is in the hot seat. Oh!
Number 10, Andrei Rybin, Czech Republic.
Well, he's been having a charmed life, hasn't he, the rider from the Czech Republic, and he's the first to go out. What a shame that is. It must have been very close, marginal, I would say, that last elimination. But now there are 6 left. It's getting harder. De Boist is coming through here. Oh!
Number 12, Unai Elorriaga, Spain.
So the latest casualty is Elorriaga of Spain. It's getting pretty hot in the kitchen, believe me. The world champion at the front, Aaron Gate. Tim Velt is right at the back. The leader of the Omnium after the 2 events from Belgium, now starting to get involved in the mix here. Here they come up to the line. Who's it going to be? Whoa, look like the Australian to me.
Number 1, Luke Davison, Australia.
Yep, it was goodbye to the Aussie. He's the latest one to fall out. So the field thinning out as Aaron Gate, the New Zealand world champion, decides to try and go away. Oh, look at this, Tim Velt at the back in the hot seat. De Boist, the leader of the Omnium, looks as though he could be overtaken by the Dutchman as they come up to the line. Gates leading. No, Tim Velt.
Number 26, Tim Velt, Netherlands.
Tim Velt of the Netherlands. Now then, this is the most important elimination of the lot. The Frenchman at the back. He's been riding a really hard race, the Frenchman, Thomas Boudat. And Boudat is coming through, and De Boist of Belgium's coming through on the inside. Looks like the world champion's going to capitulate here, the world champion from New Zealand.
27, Arungate, New Zealand.
Yep, it is the world champion that's eliminated. We're down to 2. So these are the 2 survivors to decide who will win the elimination race. And it looks like the Belgian Jasper de Boist at the front's going to try and hold off the Frenchman. He's already had a third and a second, and the Frenchman's caught him napping there. Good move by the Frenchman. So the winner of the elimination, and that's going to be discipline number 3 of the Omnium, is going to be Thomas Bourdat of France. Bourdat takes it. Great victory for him. He scores the 1 point in the Omnium, but consistency once again reflecting then for the Belgian Jasper de Boist, who picks up another 2 points, and he will be the leader in the clubhouse overnight. What a race that elimination contest was. So the situation in the men's Omnium after 3 events, leading is De Boist of Belgium on 7 points, second the Dutchman Thomas Velt on 11, third the world champion Aaron Gate on 12, fourth is El Oriaga of Spain. And Jonathan Dibben of Great Britain at the moment is lying in 7th position with 25 points. 3 more events to go tomorrow.
So we thank our commentary team for the whole evening, Hugh Porter and Carl as well, who was telling you who was eliminated each and every other lap in that elimination race. I told you it was worth waiting for. As you make your way to the exits, just remains for me to say thank you very much for being here. Thanks also to the volunteers who have given up their time for us this evening and are doing so throughout this UCI Track Cycling World Cup. Thank also the officials doing such sterling work, even when the track gets damaged, they have to try and find a way through that. So thank you to them as well. If you haven't yet visited the British Cycling Shop, make sure you do pay it a visit just on your way out. You can join for £28 and you'll also get a goodie bag if you do so. If you're already one of the 83,000 members of British Cycling, just take your membership card along and you can get yourself a free gift as well. Plenty for you to do indeed if you return for Saturday and Sunday. We're excited to see you back. If you have experienced track cycling for the very first time and don't get an opportunity to come back, spread the word. It is genuinely this exciting each and every day. Congratulations to all those gold medal winners from our first evening. 2 to Britain, 2 to Germany and 1 to Poland as well. The Omnium that you just saw playing out there will complete tomorrow, and we have loads more gold medals to win, and perhaps maybe even some more world records as well. The coverage continues on the BBC Red Button tomorrow evening from 7 o'clock, and indeed on Sunday on BBC Two in the afternoon on Sunday as well. So if you aren't able to come back, you can keep in touch with the UCI Track Cycling World Cup. Thank you so much. Take your litter with you on the way out. Safe journey home, and we hope to see you again, if not tomorrow or indeed Sunday. Good night.